Well, hey, it is officially the second day of December, but I am still awake. Um, just got done working on some art for a contest. The contest is on Steemit, which is this new social media site that kind of uses cryptocurrency to kind of pay and reward people who create content and people who like the content and comment on it. It's pretty new. It's still in beta, but it's really cool. And I joined it a couple days ago, and there's a decent community on there, especially for art and cartoon art. So someone had a contest there for pixel art, and the theme was Christmas sweaters. It could be anything. It just had to be pixel art, and it had to look festive. So the deadline was Saturday, so today, and I decided I would do a Godzilla Pacific Rim theme because TJ likes Godzilla and I really like Pacific Rim, and I thought I'm gonna put them on a Christmas sweater because the prize is it gets printed on a shirt, so I thought that would be really cool. But honestly, I'm now like I've seen it, like I like it so much I might just print it on a shirt even if I don't win, which is cool. Um, but yeah, so I heard about this contest earlier in the week, but I was catching up on NaNoWriMo, so I told myself I would do it Friday on December when NaNoWriMo was over. So that's what I did. Invited my friend over. We had an art night, and I did a little warm-up sketches, some quick character designs for one of the characters in my webcomic, and then I started sketching my design for this pixel art thing. And I've never done pixel art before, because I didn't know how, but I found a tutorial and it was super easy on how to set up your Photoshop for it. But the actual pixel art, some of it's easy, but a lot of it's frustrating, so like regular art. But it was a lot of fun and I want to play around with it more. But yeah, I did screen record my entire art process, so it took me like almost 4.5 hours. So I recorded all of that. And some stupid thing happened where I'm using OBS and it defaults to FLV, and I'm like, why? But I think I converted it to what I needed to. I don't think I'm gonna include that in the video. I'm gonna have a separate video for the time lapse of the entire thing, but I will show you my original sketches in my sketchbook, and the final product on my tablet. Okay, so I apologize for the weird lighting. It's midnight and my light is just really yellow. So sorry if this pisses some of you light fanatics off or whatever, but point is you can see the art. So these are my warm-up sketches that I did because I was procrastinating on the pixel art. But basically these were some quick, I guess, I wouldn't say character designs, but I don't know, like I'm searching for the character. So this is one of my characters in my webcomic. She's not like a main character, she's kind of a supporting cast. One of the younger characters, I wanted her at 14 to 16, so drawing, this was the first face, but this was the first actual face I drew, and kind of bounced off of that, and I wasn't really finding it, so I went super simple and kind of, I know around here I thought I wanted like this cheek thing, like kind of that 80s, 90s, Ranma half anime style, Sailor Moon, old school, you know? So I was thinking, okay, I want to do more of that. So then here I really just went super simple, just kind of went for the shapes, figure out where her face is, keeping her personality in mind. She's a really precocious, energetic, very smart, but like in a book smart way kind of girl. So that's what I was going for. I knew I wanted to give her these hair things. I knew she had short hair, I just wasn't sure how to draw it. And I really liked how this face turned out. So then tried again here and was like, all right, this is decent too. And then I went for the full body to try to figure out her outfit. So she is an orphan, so even though she looks pretty stylish now that I think about it, she's from a fantasy world, so I imagine like a large oversized shirt tunic thing, and she probably doesn't have a lot of clothes, so she kind of wears all of her clothes at once, and she's got this bag here to hold all her things in, some boots, and I know these look like leggings. I was kind of debating between tight pants and baggy pants, but we'll see. I'm still figuring her out, but for now, kind of just general character and this height and these proportions I really like. She's got this tiny dragon sidekick guy. So yeah, that's kind of some character explorations, and I liked the sketch a lot, so I inked it in. Like these two, I think, were capture her personality the best, her character the best from how I envision her. So just trying to bounce off of those two and then debating how to make that work with the rest of the style of the webcomic. We have the pixel art sketches. So I know that thumbnailing helps me out a lot. It helps figure out ideas, solve a lot of problems. I didn't used to do it before, and this year I've been doing it a lot more often, and it just saves me so much time, especially with the layout. So here, this was the first one I did, and I thought kind of a battle, but Christmas themed, so I drew Godzilla in, and my favorite Jaeger from Pacific Rim, which is the Japanese one who gets 2 seconds of screen time, but I still really like him. And thought about adding Mothra and the other kaiju, Otachi, and liked the idea of Japanese Godzilla characters and some trees in the background, and playing around with a alternating design, because a lot of Christmas sweaters have patterns, so I wanted it to have these patterns. So I had to look up the Pacific Rim logo, kind of try to break it down a lot here. I guess this is where I go about it. So I kind of drew it here and then broke it down into shapes again here, and got a little fancy with it, and looked at the Godzilla one. I figured that was just too much, but then I remembered they're revamping, what is it, Legendary's revamping Godzilla and King Kong and all that, and they introduced Monarch, so that's that logo there, and it's so simple, and I thought, okay, this is perfect that I'm going to use. So playing around with Mothra, trying to break the Jaeger down into simple shapes, because this I kind of drew from memory, because I've drawn this guy a lot before, and I own a lot of action figures, and I'm just obsessed. So just trying to break it down and think about how do I want to pose him, what are my basic shapes. He's got these 2 cannons, he's got a triangle torso, these 2 big circles where his shoulders are, and then he's got weird legs, and his waist is just very strange. It's difficult for me to wrap my head around, but so I was thinking about that, and then I thought, okay, I've got a general good idea here, why don't we work it some more and tighten it up a little bit. So I did that here. You can see the pattern again. I changed it a little bit so there's a bit more balance, alternating between the 2 major things, but maybe there's just too much Monarch. I don't know. This was an idea. And then I changed the idea where instead of them fighting, they're singing Christmas carols, because, you know, it's the holidays, and Godzilla and Coyote Tango are mature enough to put aside their differences and sing Christmas songs together. Because why not? And I thought it was cute. And yeah, so I changed the outfit a little bit. I thought, you know, snowflakes, the logo would push up here, and then I added this kind of zigzag design because I saw that on some sweaters, and pushed Mothra and Otachi down here, and then I thought, maybe I'll put them in front of some poinsettias and whatnot. So this was kind of the final thumbnail that I used going into the digital phase. So here we have this is the final product. Whoa. It looks really pixelated, but it should since it's pixel art. So this still doesn't quite perfectly capture the colors, but the time-lapse hopefully will, considering how the quality is. But I'll post this picture up later. This was my sketch. It was pretty much the same. I pushed them closer together. You've got the logo up here. I realized here that
I probably had to be a little smarter with my pattern design. I played around with the poinsettia. I had a really hard time drawing these horns for some reason. And then this background and whatnot. And Godzilla was pretty easy because honestly, if you want to draw a convincing Godzilla, he's just a tidal wave. Like, it's just... Let me show you real quick. I figured this out somehow. I don't remember how I figured this out. But it was one day I was drawing a lot of Godzilla, and it's specifically American Godzilla. I don't know if this works for Shin Godzilla, but American Godzilla is basically like he's a pie shape or a tidal wave, and you just add a face, some arms, and a big leg, and a big tail. This is really bad, but I'm just drawing, looking through my phone, and then if you want to give him these cool spikes, there's one layer, and then there's another layer behind. But yeah, like if you just want to draw him really quickly or just figure out where he is, it's just a wave. That's all it is. So that's a quick Godzilla. I'm getting a little carried away now. This one doesn't even look like Godzilla. But yeah, it's specifically legendary Godzilla. He's so massive. It's honestly just that. And obviously, you know, this is an oversimplification of it, but if you just wanted to quickly draw him or weren't sure where to start with his body, this was something that helps me. So it won't work for everyone, or different people will have different shapes that they'll start with, but this is the one that I generally use, just a big pie or swooping wave or something, basically like that. Oh no. You can draw a penguin that way too. You can draw a lot of things with this shape. Anyways, so yeah, this was my first sketch. You can see the wave here. Coyote Tango is a little harder because he's kind of humanoid, but he's not a human. I'm running low on minutes, but yeah, then, you know, I changed the background image to blue, oops, and we have the final image here, and this took so long, but for my first attempt at pixel art, I think it's pretty good. Yeah, and I am actually thinking of doing more pixel art because it was pretty fun, really anal at times, but fun overall. So yeah, that was what I worked on today.